Some bending moves in Avatar are so dangerous, 99% of fans haven't even heard of them yet. And this isn't just flashy fire or earth tricks, these are secret, forbidden techniques. Think of Avatar Yangchen carving the ocean with sound, or Kyoshi freezing hearts like it's nothing. Let's dive in. And here's where it gets dark fast, like bloodbending. Imagine controlling someone's body like a puppet just by bending the water inside them. That's not science fiction, it's waterbending turned into a nightmare. First discovered by Hama during a full moon, it was a desperate escape from a Fire Nation prison, but the power she unleashed, terrifying. Later, in Legend of Korra, benders like Almond, Yakin, and Tarlok pushed it even further. Yakin, he didn't even need his arms. Multiple people at once, unconscious, at his mercy. And then there's Noahak, also called Ammon, who could strip bending completely away. Imagine being powerless, helpless, while someone toys with the very force that defines you. The only thing that could restore it, energy bending mastered by avatars and lion turtles. That's how forbidden this technique really is. But waterbending isn't just about terror. There's healing, literally life-saving magic in your hands. Skilled waterbenders can redirect energy through water to mend wounds, sometimes even bringing people back from the edge of death. Katara made it famous, but what about Avatar Yangchen and a healer named Atuat? Next level. Atuat could slow death itself by lowering body temperature. A delicate art that requires absolute control. One wrong move and you end up finishing the job instead of stopping it. The water itself matters too. Spirit water from the North Pole, that's like handing the bender a turbo boost. And just when you thought waterbending couldn't get darker, Kyoshi flipped healing into murder. She took Atuat's technique and twisted it, freezing hearts and stopping internal organs. Lethal, precise, chilling. There's a reason her enemies feared her. Finally, there's spirit bending, the rarest of the rare. Using water, a bender can transform a spirit's negative energy into something positive, restoring balance. But push it wrong and you corrupt the spirit or even a human soul. Makituk discovered it centuries ago, and in later eras, Korra and Unalaq wielded it. One wrong step and you're not just bending water, you're bending existence itself.
4 parts of the same whole. Even metal is just a part of Earth that has been purified.
And just when you thought earthbending couldn't get any more impressive, enter metalbending. Tof Beifong discovered it by noticing the tiny traces of earth in metal, something thought impossible for centuries. At first, she had to touch the metal directly to manipulate it, close enough to feel the vibrations, but over time she refined it. Soon she could bend metal from a distance with the same control as regular earth. Her skills were so game-changing that she founded the Beifong Metal Bending Academy, teaching others this rare art. Later, Republic City's police even adopted it, creating elite squads of metal bending officers who could control metal without even touching it. Talk about a tactical advantage. Then there's Seismic Sense, the ultimate earthbender radar. This isn't just feeling vibrations, it's creating a mental 3D map of your surroundings. Walls, dust clouds, underground tunnels, nothing blocks you. You can even sense a person's heart rate or breathing, making lying nearly impossible. Unless, of course, your target is a skilled bender like Azula. Jianzhu was the first human known to master it, and notable users like Yun and Tof made it legendary. Lava bending is where earthbending gets pure chaos. Originally, only avatars could combine earth and fire to manipulate molten rock, but eventually humans like Sum and later Bolin and Gazan in Legend of Korra unlocked it. The destructive power is insane. Gazan alone tore down the inner wall of Bosenji that even the Fire Nation couldn't breach in 100 years. Later, he leveled the Northern Air Temple. This isn't bending, it's wielding miniature volcanoes. Sandbending is a bit more accessible and mostly used by the Sewang Desert tribes. It's essentially earthbending with looser granular material, easier to pick up, less flashy, but still highly practical in desert environments. Finally, the wildcard glass bending. Kyoshi did it once during a fight, carefully manipulating shards from her own injury. Why haven't we seen it again? No one really knows, but it shows how far earthbending can stretch when pushed to the limit. Airbending isn't just about graceful gliding, some legends can actually fly. Initially, this was exclusive to flying bison and Arion turtles. Guru Lahima unlocked it by freeing himself from all earthly attachments, and 4,000 years later, Zahir achieved the same feat after losing the last tie to his lover Pi. Flight isn't just rare, it's mythic. And here's a curveball, sound bending. Unique to Avatar Yangchen, this technique is pure chaos in raw form. One scream could carve channels into the ocean itself, and nearby people could go deaf from the sheer force. Imagine unleashing that in a fight. It's literally bending the air and waves around you with sound. Airbending can also be lethal in a more subtle way. Removing air from around someone can incapacitate them instantly. Zahir's version, brutal. He pulled the air straight from a person's lungs, then trapped it in a tight sphere of nothingness. Suffocation becomes a weapon when mastered like that. And finally, spiritual projection lets master airbenders send their spirit outside their body. It's not just trippy, it's practical. You can pass through walls, travel underwater, communicate with distant allies, and even locate people you share a strong spiritual bond with. Known users like Janora and Mongol turned it into a tool for problem solving, helping villages by sensing and correcting spiritual disturbances without ever being physically present. And now let's talk fire, Azula style. Blue fire isn't just flashy, it's hotter, harder to control, and screams, "Don't mess with me." Azula made it her signature, a visual and literal step above everyone else's orange flames. Even Avatar Roku and Sozin could only bend it once, and that was in a spirit cave that temporarily amplified their power. Controlling blue fire isn't just about skill, it's about raw precision and natural talent. Azula, she had it in spades.
Then there's rainbow fire, the original form used by dragons themselves. Avatar Roku could bend it temporarily inside that same spirit cave, but even for him, it burned through his hand. In the comics, Zuko may have tapped into this rare technique once while protecting his family, though it's unclear if he fully mastered it. Either way, bending this fire is pure legend level stuff.
Lightning bending takes fire bending to a whole new level. By separating positive and negative energies inside the body, benders generate pure electricity, a cold-blooded, deadly form of fire. One unblocked strike and it can be fatal. Historically, it was so rare that people thought it was a myth. Azula, Iroh, and Ozai wielded it masterfully. By Korra's time, it became more common, even used casually by factory workers. But in the right hands, it's still lethal.
Combustion bending? Absolute chaos in the form of a focused explosion. Energy fires out from the third eye tattoo, capable of obliterating rock formations or evaporating water in an instant. Some benders like Pali or Combustion Man were born with it. Others were trained in brutal programs like Unanimity during Yangchen's era. But here's the catch. Hit that third eye and the entire attack can backfire, sometimes killing the bender. It's raw power with a built-in risk factor.
Finally, energy bending, the most mystical of all. This isn't about fire, water, or earth, it's about bending life energy itself. Energy benders can grant, take, or restore bending abilities and even manipulate spiritual energy. Originally taught by lion turtles, it was passed to Avatar Aang, then Korra. It's subtle, strategic, and terrifying in its own quiet way. Not flashy, but mastering it, that's the ultimate bending legacy. Every rare and forbidden bending ability carries its own story, danger, and legacy. From psychic bloodbending to sound bending, the Avatar universe proves bending isn't just raw power. It's creativity, mastery, and responsibility. So what's your favorite forbidden bending technique? Drop it in the comments, and if you love this, hit like and subscribe.